2015. One of obviously my favorite days of the year is when we get a chance to sign kids to go on to the next phase of their lives and go to college and get an education. For myself, obviously I'm here to win football games, but we're also here to get our kids to the next level and get them an opportunity to provide themselves with a better life and get an education. And the guys up here in front of you right now have done everything they can on and off the field to make that come to fruition. So it's a great day. Obviously, we're very, very excited for these guys up here, but there's some guys that are still out there in the audience that still are going to have a chance to sign, which we'll have another signing day probably in April. So, I take it as my personal goal to get every single person that wants to go play college football somewhere a chance to go play. Because to me, it's all about getting the kids an education. We got to remember that we're student athletes, and in order to be a student athlete, obviously you got to get the education. So I'd like to welcome everybody here. We're going to kind of get on with the show. The way we kind of do things is each young man's going to come up here and give a little speech, which I'd like to spring on them at the last minute because I'm afraid some of them will show up because they'll be shy. But so we're going to just start out, just talk about the year a little bit. A lot of these guys are new to us this year. We're so thankful that they decided to make the jump over to Cocoa High School. The ones that have been with us, obviously, we've enjoyed having them for all 4 years. We've seen them grow and become men, and these 7 guys up here along, and I don't want to forget Jamel Dean because he's already up at Ohio State. 8 guys that are signing today on signing day. They kind of epitomize what we like to talk around here as hard work and discipline. For the most part, these guys have bought into what we want to do and realize that it's not only hard work in the weight room or out on the field, it's hard work in the classroom. And so, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with my man Weave first. He's going to lead us. All right, Justin Weaver, just to talk a little bit about him. Running back for Football High School, 1,366 yards, 17 touchdowns. I tell you what, he came over, jumped right in the starting lineup, and he was a beast out there for us. We're definitely going to miss him, but here's Justin.
Pretty much just say I'm glad to have this opportunity to get away from the bar.
I think you need. Alright. Back on? Alright. I think he meant that in a good way, though. I think he wants to go out and explore other places, and I think that's great for him. We accepted him with open arms because he did what we asked him to do the first day he showed up. And so, like I said, we're going to miss him big time. All right, next up, another one that came in late for us, but we're definitely happy he's here. He's a man of few words, so I can't wait to hear his speech. But he came in, stepped right up, and started for us at left tackle. Did a phenomenal job, played in the All-Star game with Justin. Definitely going to miss him. He's got a bright future at Warner University. Rayquan Smith. Next up, we're moving on to another first-year player for us who came over. We were happy he came over, first off, because we didn't have to play against him anymore. He was on our team now. But, when he got here, he just like the rest of the guys. He was one of the leaders. He got in the weight room and started working. He really didn't say too much when he got here. He was kind of a quiet guy and just kind of fit in, led by example. You know, he was a two-way starter for us for most of the year, returned some kicks, did a great job for us on defense, and pretty much where we were, he was kind of the jack of all trades. And so Ahmed Griffin is going to sign with the University of West Florida, so let's bring him up.
First, I want to start by thanking God. You know, be blessed to have the opportunity. You know, I want to thank my teammates, man. I love y'all boys. And this is just one of the best seasons I've ever been a part of. Best teams. There's that family environment. I want to thank my family, my mom and James. I love y'all. You know, I want to thank the coaching staff too. You know, one of the greatest coaching staff I've ever been able to play with, or being coached with. That's pretty much it.
All right, next up, getting to one of our homegrown guys. He's been here with us all 4 years. I'll never forget when he came walking in, and he was a skinny young guy. You know, he came in, and boy, from day one, he was one of the hardest workers we've ever had here. And you know, he's turned into a big young man, strapping, strong guy now. So obviously the weights work. But you know, Marquis is one of the guys that, you know, I can always count on. He was a guy that I knew was going to be where he was supposed to be, when he was supposed to be there, most of the time early. And he was going to do what he's supposed to do. And when he got on the field, he was going to give us 100%. Because he's all about Tiger Pride. He loves Cocoa High School, and he plays hard, and we're definitely going to miss him. But you know, thankfully he's going to be close. We can go watch him play. So he's going to sign with Florida Institute of Technology, Marquis Lewis.
First off, I'd like to thank the man upstairs. Because without him, I wouldn't be in this opportunity. Next, I'd like to thank my family and friends for all the support that they've given me. I'd like to thank the coaching staff for helping build me up to this point from all 4 years I've been here. I'd like to thank my mom. Fortunately, she couldn't be able to make it, but I'd like to thank my stepmom. She was raising me ever since I was young. I'd like to thank my dad. From when I came here in 2010, he built me from a 99-pound, 12-year-old to what I am today. I appreciate it a lot. I'd like to thank my teachers for the grades that we managed to get. And I'd just like to thank everybody for coming here, for all the support. Thank you.
That to me is what it's all about. You know, that's just raw emotion, because it's a huge day in these guys' life. You know, they're moving on from Cocoa High School on to the next step, and that's, you know, that's just great to see. Next up, came late to us, came this summer. Another one that kind of fit right in. Had some struggles at the beginning of the year, but I tell you what, from then till the end of the year, he made the biggest strides of anybody that I thought we had on our team. By the Booker T game, he was a stud, and he did more than hold his own out there. Definitely gonna miss him. You know, he's become one of my favorites around here because he can always make me laugh, no matter, even if he's trying not to, he's still gonna make me laugh. But next up, he's gonna be signing with Hutchins Community College in Kansas. Which, if you guys don't know anything about that, the Kansas Jayhawk League is that along with Mississippi are the two best junior college leagues in the country. So he's going to be going out there with some great competition. He's going to have opportunity to get re-recruited in 2 years and move on. So, Darius Jones.
I just want to start off thanking God for blessing me with the talent, and thank my mom for letting me be able to come here, to the school, teammates for pushing me. It wasn't nothing easy here, but I'm already too, I don't know what to say really. Never thought this day would come, but it came sooner than I expected. Just want to thank everybody who's been with me since day one. That's it.
All right, moving on down the line. Been with us for 2 or 3 years now. Been starting for us for 2 years at nose on the defensive line. He's a disruptive force. He played his best game against Booker T at the last game of the year. He's one of those guys that he's going to a spot where there's not a lot of defensive linemen. In a lot of places, a lot of the big colleges, that's the #1 need is going to be defensive linemen. So once he goes out to Hutchinson and goes against great linemen and improves his technique and things like that, the sky's the limit for this guy. So really going to miss him. Signing with Hutchinson Community College is Quincy Pratt.
First off, I want to thank God. I pray a lot. Second, I want to thank my mom and dad for always being there to keep my head straight through all the bad situations. I want to thank all my friends and teammates for keeping me turned in the game. I'm thankful for all I got. Thank you everybody for being with me.
Last but not least, another one of the guys that came over the summer. He's another one that led by example right from the first day in the weight room. And, he's blessed with a ton of natural ability. Unfortunately, he got dinged up a little bit the year. He played actually on a broken leg for a game or two, and he knew something was wrong, and then I just remember in Kentucky in the elevator, he just broke down and just said, my body's let me down, my body's let me down. So, to fight through that just shows the heart of a champion that he has. He is going to do unbelievable things at Hutchinson Community College, and I know what his goal is, and if he balls out like I think he is, he's going to achieve his goal. I'm going to miss him a lot, and that's going to be Jaron Green.
Thank my cousin too. He's nutty, so he gave me a lot of competition and made me someone. Thank you for everybody coming out and supporting me.
All right. This is a great day for us at Football High School and for these young men, but it's also a sad day because these guys are going to be moving on. We're going to miss each and every one of them. I want to talk to the rest of the seniors out in the crowd. All right. I want to have another ceremony for you. All right. We want everybody to get up out of here and go experience something. I'm not saying that everybody needs to go to college, but there's military things like that. Just go experience it. And I believe that every single one of you guys, and this is not being you know, I don't want this to come off as arrogant, but if you can play football at Football High School and deal with what we deal with, you can go to college and play somewhere. All right, so, you know, focus on the ACT, focus on your grades, and let's get you up here at the next time party. All right. So now I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to take pictures and everything with your son, group pictures, things like that. We've also got cake and